The Icons of Real Estate Podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing Icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week with your host, Tomasz Fonseca, and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business, from $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Welcome to another episode of the Icons of Real Estate podcast, where we highlight the top professionals who are making waves in the industry. I'm your host, Karen Roberts, and today we're featuring Roxie, a top eXp Realty agent in Oregon. She's a military relocation specialist. She excels in helping veterans and investors navigate the market with experience in single family, multifamily, and fix and flip properties. Roxie brings a strategic, solution-focused approach to real estate. So let's dive into her journey and her insights. So welcome to the show, Roxie.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's go back to your backstory, okay? So what inspired you to transition from serving in the Army to a career in real estate?
So after serving in the Army, I did do a tour in Iraq, and I came home and went to beauty school. So I have a little bit of business background from that. I do still co-own a salon in my hometown. And just that really led me to knowing a lot of people in the community. And my husband has always tried to get me into real estate because we have a couple real estate investment businesses together. So clearly it makes sense, right? But it actually took my financial advisor telling me the same thing to really get my wheels spinning. And the next day I went and signed up for real estate school, and here I am today.
Awesome. All right. So it's thanks to your other half and financial advisor. Fantastic.
I know, he's like, it took somebody else telling you what I've been telling you for years.
Yeah. It's always better to hear it from someone else, isn't it? Sometimes.
I guess.
So how has your personal experience as a real estate investor then, how has that shaped the way you guide your clients?
Oh gosh, I think it definitely shapes the way I guide them, just because I've been able to see what it's done for me and my family investing in real estate, and being able to educate others on that is a true gift. Yeah, it's a passion.
Yes, because quite often people do it the other way around, right? They become a realtor and then they want to go into investing. So you've done it sort of back to front, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. And it's funny too, because I think, I love the investor side of real estate, and I thought that I would be pulled more towards that. But now that I've been in real estate for 4 years, I really have a soft spot for residential real estate. And helping families, buy their first home or upsize and grow into their next home. So as much as like my personal passion started in investing, I think now it's kind of shifted personally for me. I love helping the families.
Right. And being a military relocation specialist,
Yes.
What's the most rewarding part of helping veterans and active duty members find their homes?
Oh, yes. I think the most important part is a lot of veterans don't even realize how great that benefit is. I'm actually helping somebody right before I got on here. We were going through the numbers, and this veteran, we've been working together for a year, and they thought, we can't buy a house. We don't have any money saved. And at the end of the day, they put a small amount down for an earnest money check to get into a home. And I just got to tell them that they're going to get 100% of that back at closing, and to purchase a home isn't going to cost them $1. So I really think, again, that education piece of being able to help people get into a home and really understand the process is so special.
Well, because people, they don't know what they don't know, right?
Exactly.
So
yes. And that's a big part of our job, is really educating people on how the real estate industry actually works.
And so what do you love most about the Willamette Valley real estate market, and what unique opportunities does it offer?
I would say my favorite thing is here in the Willamette Valley. We are like an hour from everything. We're an hour from the coast. We're an hour from the big cities.
Mm,
Our weather, we're an hour from the mountains if you want to go skiing or hiking. It's just so beautiful and green here. So I think the outdoor aspect is probably my favorite part. And we are seeing a lot of people move here from California. So I think, our weather and our outdoor activities is really pulling people in.
And look, it's been a different market, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
what trends do you see coming over the next year?
A big one I'm seeing right now and has really shifted my business, especially in this last year, is social media. That is key in this market's a little down. I think it's coming back around, but being out there and being in front of everybody, don't be the secret agent. Everybody needs to
Mm,
know you're a real estate agent. Put yourself out there. Really get on your social media, be that Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, and record everything. I think that that's
mm,
really going to be key in the shifting market is putting yourself out there and letting everyone know you're an agent.
great tips. Yes, it's
Yeah.
it's just so important. Well,
Yeah.
it's all about, well, people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So if you're hiding
My
away,
favorite saying.
how? Oh, there you go. There you go. Love that. So what do you think separates you then from the marketplace? Because I'm sure there's many, many other realtors out there where you are. So yeah, what is it that you think separates you?
I think not being afraid of putting myself out there, doing the work to have that education to help people know the process, and just no, and putting my clients first, I think, really sets me apart. At the end of the day, it's not about me closing this transaction or deal, as we call them. It's about that family or that investor and getting them into their purchase. And I think that
Mm.
sets me apart.
Right. So showing up to serve, that's what I'm hearing from
Hmm.
you. Showing up
Yep,
to serve rather than it being purely transactional. And so,
100%.
you know, you've just said there things are a little bit slower. How are things for you last year? How many transactions did you do? And what do you think's going to happen this year?
Okay, so let's see. I last year was my best year yet. So I did really well. I knocked it out of the park, I would say, and not a lot of agents can say that. Um,
Mm.
the year before that was actually a pretty slow year. I only did 9 transactions. I had a baby, so I took
Oh,
a little bit of time off to do that.
yeah, you're
Um,
allowed.
Yes. But this last year I did 20 transactions. That's the most I've done in
Wow.
1 year. It's not a crazy amount. I have 2 small babies. Like I said, my husband and I have 2 real estate investing businesses as well. So I'm a busy lady, and I
Hmm.
still co-own the salon. So 20
Oh my
transactions
goodness.
really, really good for me, and I'm so proud. This year so far, I've knocked it out of the park again, and I've ranked number 2 in all of EXP in Oregon for agents. So I'm doing swell. And I would
Congratulations.
say that I can contribute that to being very present on social media and really putting myself out there. And I would say last year, I really dove in on video marketing and being your town mayor and really just educating people on more than just real estate, but what our community, our lifestyle is like living here in Oregon.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. Well, it's working. So what's next then? What
what's
is next for Roxy? What are your goals for this year?
My goals for this year are to sell at least 30 homes, help some sell or buy 30 homes. And then I would like to become a mentor at EXP. I think that again, that goes
Ah,
with just educating and helping others and serving. That's really big for me this year, and getting my systems and processes in line. I'm
mm,
doing a good amount of volume, and I think there's room to leverage that and have more time to give to my family and friends. So,
absolutely, because there's only so many hours in each day,
Yes.
Right. Love that. So, and that's the beauty with EXP, isn't it? So are you looking to actively recruit agents if there's anybody out there?
Yeah, I've definitely started thinking about that. I am getting a little overwhelmed with buyers lately, and there's a little more work that pulls you away from your family when it comes to buyers with showing homes and stuff. So yes, I do think I would be looking for like a showing assistant or building my team at EXP and creating that.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Getting ready to scale. So
Yes, I'm
lastly,
ready.
yeah, she's ready. There you go. So anybody reach out. So lastly, because, here at Icons, we're not just a podcast. We're the number one real estate podcast network globally. And we're passionate we just want to make podcasting accessible to everybody involved in the business of real estate. So Roxie, if you had your own channel, if you had your own podcast, what would you call it?
Okay, well, I always say you can't be a secret agent. So I think I would call it something like the real what would I call it? I wrote it down. Hold on.
That's
Oh,
okay.
sorry. The social
That's
agent.
okay.
That is
That's
what I
okay.
would call
The
it.
social agent, the social agent. Perfect.
Can't be
In
a secret
alignment.
agent. You got to be a social agent.
There you go. In alignment with what you're looking to achieve. So fantastic. And finally, if anybody wants to reach out, where do they find you?
Yeah, you can reach me at, my cell phone or my email, which I'm sure you guys will have in the show notes. And then even easier on any of my social media platforms, I am Roxie the Realtor on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Awesome. Well, Roxie, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. And to the listeners, I'll be back next time with the Icons of Real Estate.